I quit music about a year and a half ago. Looking back, some of my favourite songs were called Suicide Letter and Suicide Letter Part 2, which doesn't even make sense now that I think about it. I was stuck for many months where I just couldn't move on with my life, listening to the same songs over and over again. I would go on daily walks, blasting music through my headphones about why no one loves me and why my life is so hard. And I would post about it because I wanted pity. I wanted someone to reach out and talk to me. But really there wasn't much to talk about. I was just kind of forcing myself to be sad and making it my personality. Any song that had one lyric that applied to me, I would immediately add it to my playlist. I logged back into my Spotify, which I hadn't touched since I quit, and I had 1072 songs. 1072. And scrolling through, I could hear most of the songs by looking at the titles. It's frightening actually how etched these songs are into my brain that even a year and a half later, I still remember them. How often do you think Qu'ran plays over in my head? If only I had listened to Qu'ran instead of listening to music back then, I would have left my rut within a week. I would have realised that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves me and that everything is okay. I would have fallen in love with the Quran and through it be in a much better position right now when it comes to my deen. But alhamdulillah, I stopped at one point, and it's better late than too late. I remember I couldn't get a song out of my head while I was performing Tawaf. The lyrics of the song kept repeating over and over again in my head on repeat, and it took me away from my worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I didn't cry looking at the Kaaba like my friend did, and I realised now looking back that it's because of the music that I listened to. The music had built a wall around my soul so that the beauty of it didn't faze me.
Assalamu alaikum. If you're serious about quitting music and breaking down these walls, then please click on the first link in the description and book a free call with me, and I will do my very best to help you quit music for good.
I would listen to music both when I was depressed and happy, because I used to cope that the music didn't affect me. But really it brought me back to the same person, same situation, same feeling. When I quit music and started listening to Qu'ran and Nasheeds, it felt freeing. I felt seen. It made sense. Because the music made me feel that there is only this life to our existence. If that girl didn't like me back or my friends were being shit to me, then my entire existence would be miserable. Qu'ran and Nasheeds made me realise that our only purpose here is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and anything other than that is a distraction, a facade. That all the problems that I had were actually very menial, since the goal is to go to Jannah. Nasheeds made me appreciate the blessing that I have. My mother, for example. In all honesty, I spend most of my time not listening to anything now. I've become a lot more comfortable with silence and spend a lot of my time thinking about what to do next. Occasionally though, I will listen to Surah Yasin or some Nasheeds. And recently actually, I found a verse from Surah An-Naziyat while researching another video and completely fell in love with it. So I've been listening to that a bit more recently as well. I watched a different video from a sister who quit music, which I'd highly recommend, who can now tear up while listening to the Quran. Unfortunately, I can't remember the last time that I cried while listening to the Quran. But the last time I was hit with some really, really sad news, I listened to Surah Duha for a while, and it brought me a lot of comfort. Far more comfort than music has ever given me. I can definitely say I don't miss music. It left a discomfort inside of me. I used to listen to it all the time. I'd listen to it in the mornings or at night while going on walks. I'd listen to it at late hours of the night, staring at the wall, trying to create this like sad boy hours vibe that I used to see all over TikTok, thinking that if I did that, I'd get more dopamine from feeling the song more. And I'd go from song to song, chasing a high, a relief that was momentary. I'd listen to a song 8 times, get tired of it, and then need the next hit, so another song. That's how I mounted to so many songs in my playlist, all revolving around depression. Instead of walking through the park thinking, Subhanallah, such a beautiful day. I'm glad to be able to witness this with eyes I never asked for, with legs I never paid for, and to be able to enjoy something like this. Instead, I walked around blasting music going, why is my life so hard? And so no wonder I was depressed. No wonder I felt like I was walking around hiding some inner pain. In reality, my life was great. I was just living in the past instead of the present.